with fellow Massachusetts native Andy Fleming.
Whereabouts?
Weymouth.
Braintree.
Yeah, I know.
Weymouth Landing and Weymouth Landing.
Absolutely,
gang.
Weymouth Landing.
Bad gangs.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. I'm sorry, the tie tonight, not the win. Obviously, Creighton's a great program. What's the mindset coming in to a game against a top 10 team?
You know, we've been here before. We've done it before. I told the guys to act like they belong here, which they do. That's a top 5 team. That's a mature team. But we've realized tonight we're an NCAA tournament team. We're a top 25 team. And for all that they did and as good as they are, I thought we had our chances and competed favorably, particularly in the second half. And I thought in overtime we did a good job. Kid hit a great dead ball. You can't fault that, but certainly having 9 minutes left and having a taste of the finish line there is disappointing. So you congratulate me on the win. This isn't 2010 or 11 where we tied Creighton and we're happy anymore. We're disappointing. It was at home. We had the lead. We're certainly over the moral victories, but you know, again, we're in the top 2 in the Big East, and that was good from an RPI standpoint. And I think we haven't lost in 8 or 9 games or something now. So you know, perspective is important, but at the same time, I think there's a good carrot as the leader to put in front of these guys and let them know. I think going into next week, we wanted to win tonight, but I was worried if we did, would we just kind of say, all right, we're better than we are, and I think this gives us a nice carrot with a whole week to get ready for Marquette.
Coach, I was impressed incredibly with the mentality that your players brought out throughout the entire match. They seemed to approach the game as if they were in a winning position. They expected to win, especially in that second overtime period and the amount of threatening chances you guys were creating. Talk a little bit about the mentality and what goes into kind of establishing that.
I just think, you know, what people don't know is we allowed 7 goals in our first 2 games, and we're 0-2. And we had a long night coming home from Wisconsin on August 29th. And senior leadership and then committing to the defensive side of the ball is what started it. And then obviously there's a winning mentality now where these guys expect to win. And, you know, there's still a transition aspect of the Big East, but we certainly feel like we're a top, 3 or 4 team in the Big East, and we can compete with anybody. And if, in my eyes, that's a top 5 team, and we're not a top 5 team, but we certainly belong in the national conversation. And I think we grew tonight, and I told the guys to have success tonight, but also grow and learn. And I would like to think playing against some of their mature players, we learned as well.
And Eric and I were talking about it all night long. Chris Moore was beyond stellar tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, along with Viscenza, but I mean, to me, Chris Moore, is player of the game for Xavier. Just talk about what goes into his preparedness, and when he went down, how nerve-wracking was that?
Yeah, and Chris Moore knows it. He's a piano carrier. He's not an artist. That's why he's out there. He's a tough. You need a lockdown flank defender on one of your sides. He's a winner. He's a leader. He's a tough kid. And Chris Moore has come a long way in the last 2 years, and certainly is a guy that. You know, he knows it. Creighton wanted him to have the ball, and they go after him on offense and defense, and he responded to that. And Matt Viscenza is becoming, you know, in my eyes, one of the top 3 or 4 rookies in the league, and a guy that I look out there and think, boy, we have 3 more years with this guy, and he's learning every game, and he's learned to play with his back to the goal and manage the game, and he's really a couple things. He could have taken another touch before he shot each of those 2, I thought, but still, he's dangerous, and I keep telling the guys, we lead the Big East in scoring, you know what I mean, which I thought we were going to be a defensive team. So we're coming along. We're not thrilled with how it unfolded, but from an RPI standpoint and certainly a table standpoint, still unbeaten in the league, and you know, a team that's growing and really a team I enjoy coaching.
Coach, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thanks for doing it, guys. I appreciate you guys covering these games, and always surprised how many people follow them, and it means a lot to a lot of people, particularly the parents of the international students as well. So thank you.
Absolutely.